Hi, my name is Mr. Harris. I'm going to be talking to you through the A-level physical education specification at the Bishop Stortford High School. We're currently with the exam board OCR, and if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about the course after I've given you a sample, then you can look it up on Google using the course code H555, and that will give you the specification. You can go into a little bit more detail if you're interested. The assessment works on 3 exam papers that are worth 70%. One exam paper is 2 hours, and the other 2 exam papers are 1 hour each. The coursework element is broken down into 1 physical activity, which can be done either as a competitive sport or if you're coaching, and then 10% of that will be broken down into a talk about your sport. Course content and what we cover. For paper 1, we do anatomy and exercise physiology, which covers the skeletal system, training, muscular system, cardiovascular and respiratory system, diet and nutrition. Linked in with that is also the biomechanics, specifically Newton's laws of motion, force, stability and levers. These are all covered in year 1. The second paper you'll take covers skill acquisition and sports psychology. With this, we look at the classification of skills, transfer of skills, learning theories, and the stages of learning. The final paper covers socio-cultural, which is the evolution of modern sport, looking at how we've gone from the Industrial Revolution right the way through to modern sport and how it has been evolving throughout time. Sport in the 21st century, and also the organisation of global sporting events. Linked in year 13, we also look at a variety of different things, but particularly with the socio-cultural, we'll look at gambling, violence in sport, and other such things there that might be of interest to people. How the lessons are structured: you get 9 lessons per fortnight, 2 teachers, one of which will cover the biomechanics, anatomy and exercise physiology, and socio-cultural aspects, which is currently myself, and the other teacher will be your skill acquisition and psychology teacher. Units of work generally end with topic assessments, both online and in-class tests. We make use of the EverLearner online system, which is a PE resource that has revision materials, talks that you can listen to if you're unsure of certain areas or want to recap anything, and also online tests as well, which are utilised to check understanding and knowledge and help inform ourselves as teachers. The key skills that we think are important: you must have an interest in sport and the world of sport, not just within Bishop Stortford, but outside of that as well, and how the world is evolving and how sport is changing. Obviously, currently, the Black Lives Matters movement, sport has played a huge role in that. So looking at how that influences and the role that sports performance and sports can have in making differences in people's lives. Performing or coaching at least one sport on a regular competitive basis. This is particularly important for the 20% aspect. You don't necessarily need to be the greatest performer. You don't need to be competing at national level, but obviously the better the level you perform at, the more marks you'll get in the exam-based situation. Communication skills are excellent. I like to ask a lot of questions during class time, and also it'd be important as well for you to be able to feedback. Communication both in class, but also when you're outside of lessons via email, is also essential. And also the study skills. We cover a lot in this specification, and it's important that you understand that and go into it with an open mind, and the fact that you're going to study lots of different things, and it's important that you get a handle on these. A lot of the stuff, if you've done GCSE PE, will have set a foundation for you, and then we're going to build upon that foundation in order to give you the most successful chance you've got of studying at A-level and succeeding well. Links to further studies and careers. This is particularly important at present in terms of whether you want to go to university or what sort of careers that this may lead to. Further studies at university could include sport and exercise science, sports coaching, biomechanics and the study of how people move, and also if you have an interest in golf in terms of swings and how clubs differ, if you have an interest in Sport in terms of running or athletics, how the javelin flies through the air, or how someone can maximize the torque they get when running. Okay, all of that is in the biomechanics aspect. Primary and secondary teaching, quite a few of our students that study A-level PE going to become either a primary or secondary teacher. Physiotherapy is another popular or highly competitive area of study. Again, if you're looking into that, you're going to be needing an A or a B grade, so therefore you're going to have to aim particularly high. Sports journalism and media, and then links in with outside of that to any careers that you may be interested in. Sports analyst, becoming essential in this current climate in terms of football, rugby, cricket, tennis, netball, all looking at how they can get marginal gains in order to improve their performance, both individually and as a team. Nutritionist, and that can take the form of a sports nutritionist or just a general nutritionist working in a hospital helping people improve their lives. Sports psychologist, again, they're quite a popular one. How can we make marginal gains again? Well, actually, a lot of stuff is done in the head, for making sure that the performer's right and mentally prepared in order to give their best performance. Personal trainer, and again, sort of working in with that and around that, working in gyms or even creating your own business. Broadcasting and media, so a couple of our students in the past have gone into this area, particularly looking at how the media plays an impact in sport and how they've got involved in that side of things. And linking in with the personal trainers, you can be a little bit more specific and go with a strength and conditioning coach. The majority of football teams, rugby teams, netball teams, swimming teams, athletics clubs have strength and conditioning coaches. It's becoming increasingly more important in order to avoid injury, right from a young age all the way through to the end of a player's career. So therefore, that role, again, will be something that's of interest to certain people. Within the department, we offer a range of extracurricular opportunities, and we try and cater for everyone, whether that's at a recreational level, right through the way to excellence and performance level. We have teams for cricket, football, and rugby. We put these teams out on Saturdays, and again, we have midweek fixtures also. They compete at national and county levels in their events. We also do rugby sevens, and again, we're sort of running tours for rugby, cricket, and then football as well is a particular success at present, having reached the last 32 of the nationals for the last 2 years. We have netball teams, an A and a B team. We came second in the counties last year and also third at regional level, being the only state school to get through to the last 4 in the regional competition. We're fortunate enough to have a netball coach that comes in and delivers the coaching for that on Wednesdays and play matches against some of the other local clubs and teams. We offer leadership and coaching of younger students. We actively encourage our older students to get involved with the younger students, trying to act as role models, give something back, and provide an opportunity for you to put something onto your CV and develop your skills and communication skills. We have links to local primary schools where we help with their sports days, and also through the sports leadership program, go in and deliver their PE lessons. Again, it's another fantastic opportunity if you're interested in primary or secondary teaching. And also, again, if you want to just develop your communication skills, it works well working with younger students who will look up to you and respect you. It's a little bit easier perhaps than teaching your peers. We offer support as well for students on excellent pathways. So if you are part of an Olympic program, which we've had several students in the past, whether you're competing at a national level or an international level, then the school supports that, and certainly the PE department will as well. This can be done financially by our Parent Sports Association, and they go through various events each year to raise money, and you can apply for that to help you with things such as swimming costumes in the past, maybe travel and transport to a particularly high level event, or just if it requires some extra funding for physio or coaching, then we can also help with that. Schools also exceptionally understanding of students needing time out of school for national training camps or competitions. Again, this needs to be agreed with Mr. Stark and discussed within the PE department in order to try and make sure that you keep up with your work. That's everything there is to know about the A-level PE specification. Hopefully you'll join us on the induction and we'll be able to go through it in more detail and answer any questions. Thank you for listening.